Hi, guys. Welcome to Real Talk with Real Food Recovery. This is our weekly wisdom with our Real Food Recovery leaders. This week, we are talking about holiday temptations. We know that it is everywhere right now. And during those times that are so critical, it helps to remember your why. For me, I ironically had an experience just last night that I happened to have a tough day at the office late. It was probably an hour and a half past when I usually go home. It was dark outside. I was tired and no one was around. And I happened to go to this part of the office where I don't normally hang out, but there I saw all these different holiday goodies that people had sent in with the caramel popcorn and the cookies and all that kind of stuff. And my first thought was, nobody's around. No one will know. It's dark. You've had a hard day. Just plow right into that and it's going to feel so good. That was my first thought. My second thought was I got a hold of myself and then I always try to go to that. Okay, what do you need right now? And I had this little comedy skit with me in myself for a minute that said, what you need right now is to get the heck out of here. And I literally didn't walk, but ran out of that building and got out of there because I was able to remember in that moment, how do I want to feel tomorrow morning? That is a big part of my why. I don't want to wake up with regret, a bellyache. You don't feel sexy. And I don't want to feel bloated and disgusting when I wake up. I want to feel happy and proud of myself. And it was enough to pull that blood flow back to my frontal lobe. It's literally like a string where these thoughts are pulling me forward out of that building and to do the next right thing. So remembering my why in that moment was very helpful to pull me out of what could have been ultimately a very disaster. So, what about you, Jamie? What is your why? How do you remember your why during this holiday time when there's so much queuing everywhere?
Yeah, my why is bigger than just do I want a Christmas cookie or a salad. My why is much that's I really believe that's the wrong comparison. Because there will be times when Christmas cookies will win out over salad if that's the comparison. But what I think about, okay, do I want Christmas cookies or do I want to feel good on Christmas Day? Do I want to be confident in my body, be confident in my health, be confident in my interactions with others because I'm able to be present and not distracted by what I ate. The other why, my bigger why is that, I want to show folks what's possible without major medical interventions or surgery, that you can lose and maintain loss of significant amounts of weight over years of time
Mhm.
without having and really regain your health. Even if you've never had it, you can regain it. And so I ask, my why or my comparison is, do I want Christmas cookies, or do I want to continue to show people by modeling what I do and how I do it in a meaningful way?
Mhm.
And so that really gets me out of that like cookie versus healthy food place and says cookie versus how do I want to show up in the world. And it kind of almost makes me laugh when I think about being tempted by a cookie at that point. So, Heather, how about you?
I love this conversation because we as humans tend to compare. And I like this seems to be the theme of comparison. So whenever I see that type of food or people I'm with are eating that type of food, I compare my life now to what it was when I used to eat that. And I really remember the pain that I had, physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain. I was not content. I didn't have peace. I didn't have joy versus now I have joy, fulfillment, and meaningful connections, not only with God, myself, and others. And that to me is worth its weight in gold. And I'm not willing to let that go. And just being the mom and wife and friend I can be. So that is what pops up in my head now when I see that food. Am I willing to give that up to eat even one bite of this? And it's like a no brainer for me. How about you, Shay?
Yeah, I agree with you, Heather. I love this conversation. For me, I'm a big believer that we take action based on emotions or we don't take action based on emotions. And I love to kind of wrap it up in that this is a little word that kind of sums up called MOFA, our motivating factor. Like, what is our MOFA? I almost feel like I want to dance when I say that word, but MOFA, what's our motivating factor? You know, we take action based on emotions, but it can either be an empowering one or it can be from a place of shaming. No one really wants to take action, lasting action based on something that is judgy or feels shaming. And so when we can connect with that why underneath, like the stuff that really sparks joy, like what is the best part of our why? Like what unfolds for us when we connect with that why? Like what sparks so much joy around that why? When we can connect around that really positive emotion, that will draw us forward in excitement and anticipation rather than like beating ourselves over the head. So yeah, for me, it's about connecting with the really positive and inspiring, empowering emotions underneath our why.
Beautiful. I love that. I think the big takeaway, the big message here is to think about this before you're in the situation. Solidify your why. How do you want to feel after? Way before you are at a party or when you know queuing could be possible. It just helps save yourself from unnecessary pain. But we love that you're with us. If you have whys that you have, share them with us in the comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We're all in this together, and we love that you're here with us. And if you want to know more about us, you can find us at realfoodrecovery4u.com. That's the number 4, the letter U, realfoodrecovery4u.com. Thanks, guys. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Bye-bye.